Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Sophia, and I'm career consultant in Gvahim. So today we are going to talk with you about stages of the job search and what is the best strategy to use Gvahim's help on each of the stages, because definitely there are some effective actions that you can make both from your side and also using Gvahim resources. So I'm going to make an overview for you, and that will give you some orientation in the process. And let's take a look. So let's start. Of course, just a second. Let me share my screen. So when we speak about stages of the job search in Israel, we should really know that it is a different process from many stages that you had in your home countries. Some of you start with one stage, that maybe you would previously, first work on your CV and then you would match a job to this CV, or you would have one very long and detailed CV, and then you would send it to every job. So in Israel, the process is really different. So let's take a look. You start with that. You start with finding the right job description for yourself. And this is, for many of you, I think it will give you like a change of the perspective, because definitely it's the way you present yourself in the market is it will depend on the job that you're going to find. And you need to always to see that you know how to do everything that is described in the job. Usually we say that if you have like 80% match with the position, you can apply for it. And of course, for this, to identify it better, you have sessions about repackaging to the Israeli market. You also have sessions with your career consultant one-on-one. And of course, you go over all the skill sets that you have. And many times we find that people, who come to Israel, עולים חדשים, like you yourself, or תושבים חוזרים. So what we want to say is that really many times don't be stuck on the name of the job that you had before you made Aliyah. This is very important. Be concentrated on things that you know how to do, like sort of the description of the skills that you have. And our main goal is to find what is the name for all your skills that you bring with you, your unique selling points, let's say it in this way, and how it is called in Israel. Many times, I know that a lot of you tell me this problem, so that's why I will share it with you as well. That yes, Sophia, but I can do this and that and then so and that. So how can I really like match to one job everything that I know how to do? And this is exactly the time probably when you're going to find out that you are a good fit for couple of jobs, or maybe even more. And it's okay. It means that you have a wider choice, and you just can apply to different jobs. So go for it. Always find the right job description or job descriptions. So we always tell you that, again, don't be afraid to ask the team. Don't be afraid to ask your career consultant. We really want you to leave your first meeting with career consultant knowing what exactly you are going to look for. Because from there, you start matching your CV and you adapt the CV, your resume, to the position that you decided to go for. Not vice versa, as maybe you did before, that you had a CV and then you would find a job. In Israel, as I told you, it's different. And that identifies, because you match the CV to the job description. Basically, your CV is your way to tell to the recruiter on the other side of the, right, on the recruiting process. We always have this recruiter who checks our CV, who works in the company. So definitely, you need to explain them using your CV, using your resume, one page of it, why you are a good fit for the role. And that's why it is very, very concentrated. You don't have to tell them about all the experience that you had before. You just need to explain them and tell them through your CV, through the description of your previous jobs, why you can do things that you did before, and why you can actually keep on doing them in your next job. Meaning that you need to explain why you are capable and were capable to do those things. It's because you have the specific skill set, right? So, of course, in your CV, you have an amazing section and sessions about CV and lectures and workshops. Please visit all them. Always remember to highlight the skill set that is in the job description, and always remember to put it to your CV, so that the recruiter would be able to, to see those highlights. Okay, this person is capable to do this and that. They know how to work with Excel. They know how to work with this and that program that we require. They have this language, English, for example, the advanced, that, as we said, like the full proficiency. Of course, if they request English mother tongue, right? So you need to be aware that they require really high level of English, most probably. So you need also to take it into account. So take it very seriously to work on your skill set, and be always ready to be tested on that, right? So if you write something in your CV, means that most probably you will be asked to do that in your test assignment, or even on the first day of your job, right? So that's what you want to do. And then you should have probably a couple of versions of your CV, mention different job titles. For example, you know how to do sales, you also know how to do marketing, you also know how to be a good customer care. So all those things, they are super, super important to divide in a way. So if you have a CV for the account manager, you need to make it in one way. If you apply, for example, for the customer success, you also mention different skill set. If you know how to work in the marketing department, and you know how to work on the PPC campaigns using all the marketing tools, right? So this will be different CV with different skill set, and it should be very, very, very clear that you are a great fit, right? As if this person, they really don't know you. So you need to explain them why you are the one that they can trust and to do the job. So it's like sort of your real explanation to your target audience, and your target audience is the career HR. Always send your CVs to the career consultants, guys. This is very important that we check your CVs and we give you comments. And of course, you will change your CV all the time. This is this is something that happens a lot, and I can also tell you that I especially checked it with my consultees and people in the group, how long it takes them to work on the CV for the first time. And people gave me different numbers, 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes. So just know that you are okay. It's really fine to set like half a day working on your CV goal, and it gets better every time. And every time you make it faster and faster and faster. So just know that it is actually doable, and you can make a change, and this can be a very, very good fit for the role, and so on. And then when you see the job description, then you have a very good CV. Your best way to get a job in Israel, and the fastest way, let's say, is networking. We have the whole session about networking tips in Israel, and I'm going to give it to you. But the main idea is that finding right people and connections in the company is the best way for you to get the job. Most of people are really even like getting jobs only through this source in Israel, since the first job that they landed, and then they refer others also to the jobs. Why this happens? First of all, companies really trust workers, and they know that if they recommended you as a good fit for the role, they really know that you are professional enough for that. Second of all, they know that you are a good person, right? Most of the times we want to recommend only those people that we enjoy working with. Otherwise, we just don't recommend them. Even they are great professionals, but maybe their personality is not the best fit for us or for the team. So we just know that, and we don't help those people, right? So just be aware that companies want you for a long run. They really want to know that you're going to stay and you are going to work for a couple of years. And it is really proven statistically that those people who come to companies through referral, they stay longer. So because it is a big investment for a company to hire you, it costs them quite a lot. They know that they better invest this money and budgets, and also, it's a human resource because it's onboarding, it's the time to teach you, and so on. So people really, really like make a thorough decision. So you really find somebody in the company who works there, and you ask people for help. For example, you can ask them to help you to understand if you are a good fit for the role. It's always great to ask for advice. And because, guys, you have Gvahim networking, somebody that so many people don't have, you need to use it. And I tell it to all the people who are alumni that this is your main key to success. Really, 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 I mean that. You guys are those who just, you need to be there and you need to be out there. And sometimes people tell me, wow, but I'm not so social, and I'm not that good in visiting social events, or I'm not good in making social connections. We all been there. And please watch the session about networking. I give there a lot of tips, but the main thing is to be very professional. You're not asking directly for help, you ask people for advice. And also, how to be a great networker. You need to be the most interested person in the room, not the most interesting. So it's okay if you are more interested in another person's story. Um, you really ask them to share experience. You really ask them for advice. So you really want to know about them. And people usually feel very, loyal to those who care about them. So yeah, it's very, very good. But your style of networking, it can be very different. Some of you are going to be very good in online networking. For example, you go to online events, or you are very good in making connections in LinkedIn, through LinkedIn. But some people, they are really good in going offline events, and when people see them, they feel and they see that they are very professional. Like your presentation skills, your self-presentation skills are much better when you are face to face. You are going to find out your style of networking and what is bringing you the best outcome of your efforts. So yes, and of course, as I told you, Gvahim networking, always try to find if somebody works in the company that you want. You have this special directory field where you can make a lot of filters to check who works where, and just, it's amazing. And then if you find the person, who is right for you, you ask them to send your CV to refer you. And if you don't find, again, you can ask Gvahim, maybe we have connections in this company. But also you need to send a CV directly through the company. Don't be afraid of it, guys. Sometimes it really, really works, Many times, if you are one of the first applicants to the position, and you just catch it within a couple of hours, and go for it. Don't wait for 2 days and then ask someone to refer you, because yeah, many times, HR just called to first 20 people. Out of them, they set interviews with 5 people, and then they start the process. So we need to be very fast and to have a very good reaction. So if you see that within some time, I don't know, give yourself like 2, 3 hours. If you don't get response from people that you think that can be relevant for you, you are not waiting, because you have an opportunity, you grab the opportunity, and you're going for it. And then, always you can, by the way, sometimes you can see that HRs, they even leave the contacts of those who posted the job. So you can sometimes really apply through them. You can write them on LinkedIn, because they keep their contact there for a reason, like somebody posted the job. So you can really write them. You don't have to be afraid of that, right? You can say, look, I see this position. Can I apply through you? So be fast, be very proactive. This is your key to success. So go for it. Then you are waiting for about 2 working days. Of course, it's a weekend, and you can really check for it, and you can ask on Sunday if you applied on Thursday. What's up, right? If somebody referred you, sometimes it happens that people forget. People just being people sometimes, it's really fine. You're not mad at somebody if they forgot to refer you. You always be aware that your good relationship with somebody and your good and respectful attitude worth it. So always please try to be nice to people, and ask them, remind them to refer you. If they tell you some feedback that, for example, they decided to go with another candidate, always try to find out why. Maybe there is something that you can change. Maybe there is something in your experience that you didn't mention but was critical for the role. You can always ask for the second chance, and it will be totally fine. Sometimes they really just have somebody internally covering the job. It also happened to some of the candidates, right? That they were going through the process, but internally somebody decided to take or to be given this role instead of hiring the new candidate. So yes, it's like nothing personal, but sometimes you can really improve from the feedback. So don't be shy to ask. Then, of course, you get calls with HRs. Always remember to be prepared for the recruiter's calls. It is really an interview. It's not just an invitation for the interview. This is the first call, which is phone interview. It's called like this. This is the stage of the phone interview when your CV fits, meaning that your CV really works. And it brings you what you need. It brings you calls. Now, there you need to remember all the companies that you send your CV. And of course, you send a lot, right? You send like 20 CVs a week, 30 CVs a week. So there is a chance that you forget. I always recommend you to have like, let it be an interactive link or the place where you save everything and it's easy to access. You need to remember the name of the company. You need to write down what are the main things that you need to mention from your experience. What are the main skills that they require in the job? And of course, every company wants to feel special. The HR wants to know that they are not one of, that they are the company that you want to work. So for this, you can really prepare, right? Prepare for this while you make your elevator pitch, because most of the time these calls, they start with, so tell me about yourself, and you have this speech prepared, right? So you need to have a couple of, if you apply for account manager, customer success, I don't know, like, just like I throw in the names of the jobs, but of course each of you have different. So you prepare speech, depends on the job title. And then you open the company in your file, maybe have a shortcut on the phone, on the screen. So you just press the link and you have it. And then you already start making it up to the real job that you applied. even write yourself your salary expectations, because many times these phone calls, they really end up with HR asking you, so tell me, what is your salary expectations, right? And everything that actually, everything goes for them to invite you for the interview. And always prepare for every stage of the interview, guys. It is important. That's why, by the way, it's great to check also Glassdoor. You always have there now even more people share their interview experience. They share what were questions sometimes. People really like list for your questions that they got during the interview, and you can take a look. Always bring as many examples as you can. This is very, 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 very important. I will keep on reminding you that it should be real life examples. That's why you have all these sessions with Gvahim, you have sessions with your career consultant, you have sessions with interview simulations with mentors. Try to visit them as many as you can, because every time you are matched with different HR, with different mentor, you have speed interview with Gvahim team. We always do our best to prepare you. Just come and grab this chance. This is very important, because we can't train instead of you. But with us, this is a place to make a mistake. You can give us example that you think that is good, then we feedback, and maybe you change it, you change the plot, or you change the way you present the story, or maybe you understand that, okay, that's why I should never mention that, because like it gives a different perspective than I thought. So, and maybe you thought of some example that it's too simple, but then you get confirmation that it is actually what the HR wants. So we give you also like this perspective of HR, of the recruiting, of the hiring manager, why they want to choose you. So we are here for you, to help you, to train. Just again, use the opportunity, right? And of course, then you have interviews, and you have usually, professional exam. This is very important to mention. Many companies give you about 24, 48 hours for the home assignment, and they send it to you by email, and you need to really prepare the very, very quality response. And don't be afraid to ask professionals from the industry for help, because many times you can ask your mentor. Of course, never ask them to do assignment instead of you, but to ask them to take a look, to comment to you, if it's according to standards of the industry, if that's something that actually you were expected to do, especially if it's a marketing analysis or market analysis or something like it, right? Sometimes you have very technical assignments. So again, be aware and be sure that you make it correct. Always try to send your home assignment before the end of the assignment, So if it's like 24 hours, try to make it before. If it's 48 hours, of course, you never damage the quality. If you need more time, you better send a more quality job, right? But never expand the deadline, because this is also one of the parts of the exam, of the home assignment, for you to send it in time, right? So they check if you are good with deadlines, so it's working under pressure and stress. So please take it into consideration also. Another thing, and very important one, companies really nowadays, because yes, we have everything online, but still nowadays companies sometimes they are trying to shorten the recruiting process. And I hear it more and more that people are getting assignments on the spot. They are given for assignment that, for like an hour, you can sit in the room. We give you everything you need. You get a computer. You can even Google stuff. Like really, everything is okay. Just do the job the way you would do it, as if we would hire you. And this is something that you need to be ready. Sometimes HRs, they don't even tell you that you're going to have it. Maybe sometimes the hiring manager, they decide to improvise because they like you. They see that you are a great fit. They tell, you know what, maybe you can solve this and that now. Let's try it. I will give you half an hour, then you present it to me. And I heard it like recently a lot. So please know, sometimes unexpected, and actually it is a very, very, very good sign for you. But you need to be prepared, not only for the interview itself, but try to put some extra work. If you know that you are going usually to be given home assignment, maybe prepare before, even before, because it will always help you to see if they see you as a practitioner, not only somebody who knows the job, but they know that, okay, you really made your own research. It will also shape the way you talk. It will really, they will sense it, guys. So just, prepare extra, always prepare extra, and this will give you outstanding results. I saw it so many times that people who said like, look, I really prepared and somehow I got this assignment and they hired me. Like next day I got the contract. It was because the person was ready to get the job now. So yes, you prepare for every stage, but you also prepare to be tested on everything that you say. Yeah. And of course, always be nice. And it's always good to thank HR if they send you a letter, follow up, say thank you. It was really nice to meet you. Find some nice words about the job, that why you want this specific job, why you think you are a good fit, how was the atmosphere. And this is very important. And of course, reference check. Many companies, they really ask you for referrals. So be in contact with your previous managers, with somebody who worked in your companies. I know that many of your previous managers, they don't live in Israel, right? And sometimes they don't even speak English. But believe me, in every company, there will be always somebody who speaks your language. Israel is a multicultural country, and always there is somebody who speaks your native language and can call your manager on your behalf. So always try to ask your previous manager or somebody that you feel comfortable, to talk about you, to prepare them. Always choose somebody who is going to talk nicely about you, right? You are not given the person that you are not sure if they are going to tell some nice and favorable things about you. So be aware of it, that you will get this request for referral is like a must for almost every organization. Okay, and then of course you get your job offer, which I hope that all of you are going to get in a very, very short period of time. Always remember to send your contract to your Gvahim's career consultant. Guys, many of you forget it. Then you get a contract and you don't know if it's a good contract or not. Don't struggle alone. We are here for you. It's a part of our service, so you can really send it to us to check. Okay? So I wish you good luck, and all the Gvahim team wishes you good luck, guys. We are here for you, and I hope that these job search stages were like really helpful. And good luck. See you in the next sessions.